A man named Fenn stood in front of Dagruel, the two brothers facing each other. Fenn approached Dagruel with a graceful yet elusive movement, swaying his body back and forth. At first glance, he seemed vulnerable, but appearances were deceiving. Fenn moved like a skilled martial artist, prepared to counter any attack. "Brother, I've missed you. It's true that I missed you, but I never wanted to see you again." "Oh, come on, don't say such lonely things. It's just the three of us brothers." "That's right. That's why I'm sorry that we ended up on the wrong path." "Huh? You've changed, brother. You used to be so cool. We once stood against Veldanava-sama. Now we know the truth." "That's your excuse, isn't it, brother?" "I don't accept that." "Nonsense. We're only alive because of his mercy. That's the thing. I don't like my brother being a coward." "And what about Veldanava? If Feldway resurrects Veldanava, then we'll see who's superior, black or white." "You idiot. You don't know who he is." "Enough arguing. It's all pointless anyway. Let's fight now. I'll defeat you and awaken you, brother." Both Fenn and Dagruel were enveloped in a swirling aura of fighting spirit. The supposedly indestructible Heaven's Tower shook violently under the immense pressure. In an instant, Dagruel's fist struck Fenn's face with a force that seemed to pierce the heavens and earth. However, Fenn stood his ground. In return, Fenn squatted down deeply and delivered a powerful uppercut to Dagruel's stomach. Dagruel's body was sent flying through the air, but Fenn seized the opportunity and kicked his legs. The impact of Dagruel's massive body hitting the wall made the Heaven's Tower groan as if it were on the verge of collapse. Yet Dagruel got up as if nothing had happened. "Your skills haven't dulled. The same goes for you, brother. Any ordinary person would have been defeated by now. Don't underestimate me. The name Octagram carries weight. It seems you like it." "Quite a bit, yeah." The battle continued, each side relying on their abilities. Meanwhile, Leon approached the battlefield where Dagruel's younger brother, Glassword. "I presume you're Demon Lord Leon Dono." "I am Glassword, the second in command of the Titan Corps. I would have preferred to test my skills against you without your free will being compromised. But that will have to wait for another time. I will relinquish victory for today," Glassword said as he stepped forward to face Leon. Veyron, a gentlemanly figure, stood in front of Dino, who appeared languid. Veyron acknowledged that his odds were heavily against him, facing one of the originals, comparable to the primordials. Nonetheless, he saw it as a better situation than his master, who was dealing with two such originals simultaneously. Veyron intended to fulfill his role to the fullest, buying time. "Well, I suppose I have to fight as well. If you're willing to stall for time, I'd be more than happy to do so." "I can't do that. Unfortunately, I'm not even allowed to slack off right now." "Well, Ultima is one thing, but I'll take you on with my swordplay alone." Dino saw it as not slacking off, but rather a way of not betraying his friends. Veyron, perceptive to people's emotions, understood Dino's intentions. As Ultima-sama predicted, Dino-sama doesn't seem enthusiastic about this battle. If that's the case, I'm sure I can be a worthy opponent. Once Veyron understood that, the decision was easy. He pretended to be challenged by Dino and fought back. "I've been fooled." "Then, allow me to break your arrogant nose." Assuming the appearance of Byakuya Araki, Aegira's former life, using his ultimate gift artists, he wielded a sword crafted by Kurobi. "Interesting. I'll take it seriously." "You're okay, right? You understand what I'm trying to say, don't you?" Dino assured himself. Observing Dino's behavior, Veyron also grasped his intentions. He was a demon who keenly perceived people's subtleties and emotions. In front of Pico and Gracia, Ultima stood alone. Hey, Violet Primordial. "No, it's Ultima now. I'm sure you understand the situation, but are you sure you want to take on both of us alone?" "Well, it's not an issue. As far as I'm concerned, you guys are just enough to get used to. We've been played for fools. I'm furious too. I won't forgive you, even if you beg. If I hit you, maybe you'll regain your free will, so I'll cooperate with you. That's the kind of thing that never works." "Yeah, that's right. It's none of your business." With casual remarks exchanged, the head-on collision between them began. To the outside observer, the battle between Dagruel and Fenn appeared incredibly intense. Eventually, Dagruel and Fenn were the only ones left in the towering Heaven's Tower. "It's been a while since I've felt this fired up. Brother, I'm about to give it my all." "That's what I want." Fenn's fighting spirit surged, exerting a visible pressure on Dagruel, rivaling that of the true dragon. However, Dagruel refused to be defeated. The battle intensified, and gradually, Fenn gained the upper hand in their evenly matched contests. The difference in strength became evident. Moreover, the decisive factor was the Glapnir, a chain that Fenn could manipulate at will. Veldanava had personally created it, an indestructible chain with strength and flexibility surpassing even mythical-grade items. Fenn had been bound by it for many years, to the point where he could control Glapnir as if it were a part of his own body. Huh, you're so arrogant. To have pushed me this far, you must have gained even more strength than before, eh? Caught off guard, Dagruel found his hands and feet entangled by Glapnir, his face contorting in pain. Brother, you better remember the pain I've endured, Fenn declared before delivering a powerful headbutt. In that moment, their souls connected, memories and emotions intertwining. What resulted was the sharing of memories, and as a result, Dagruel remembered. Do you remember now, brother? I feel like I'm awake. I see, well, that's good. Now, it's time to fight. Let's show the world the might of our Titan army. Of course, that's what I expect from you, brother. With that, the Octagram member and the giant demon lord who guarded the Heavens Tower ceased to exist. The ancient malevolent deity had returned. With Dagruel in command, all the giant warriors were summoned, and the Titan army was renamed the Chain Titan Army. They began their march into the barren desert, aiming to revive the ancient tyranny. The movement lacked order, as each warrior chose their own weapons and followed King Dagruel's orders. Even Glassword, previously aligned with Leon, followed suit. Glassword approached Leon and declared their newfound camaraderie in battle before leaving the scene. Leon remained unaffected, as it was the expected outcome if Fenn emerged victorious. Witnessing this, Ultima felt a surge of frustration and contemplated crying. This is ridiculous. No matter how much stronger I've become, this is too much. She was tempted to voice her complaints. After all, their allies dwindled while the enemy forces multiplied. This was exactly the strategy Rimuru had anticipated, and now the enemy was executing it. Fortunately, Dagruel, now their adversary, disregarded Ultima and her companions and pressed forward. Although she couldn't consider it a stroke of luck, Ultima couldn't help but feel fortunate that they hadn't become immediate targets, as that would have led to their defeat. Regardless, the situation was dire. Even Veyron, who had fought evenly against Dino, couldn't conceal his impatience. Ultima-sama, what should we do? Time is running out. Perhaps it's best to start anew. Hey, you've certainly grown stronger. I'll give you that. But with Dagruel joining them, you won't be able to win anymore, right? That's correct. You should admit defeat and retreat to the demon world. Then we won't have to chase you, and we'll consider it a draw. Gracia and Pico, who were previously outmatched, now found themselves in high spirits. Like Ultima, they fought without utilizing their skills, which resulted in humiliation even when outnumbering the opponents 2-1. However, with the tables turned, they felt elated regardless of their disadvantaged position. Shut up. I know that too. But if I back down now, I won't be able to face Rimuru-sama. Ultima grew increasingly irritable. During such moments, she leaned toward going on a rampage rather than focusing on victory. Rimuru had informed her that Dino and the other two were merely under Michael's control, so she had attempted to neutralize them without truly exerting herself. However, the question remained, if she were to give it her all, would she be able to defeat all the enemies present? If it were a matter of life and death, the odds might be better. Consequently, Ultima made her decision. I believe in Rimuru-sama. He should arrive soon, and we'll hold them off until then. Any objections, Veyron? By your will. Fufufufu, you've made the right choice. I commend you, Ultima. The long-awaited reinforcements had arrived just in the nick of time.